the challenges are enormous. I was never going to sell foreign rice. Many people did not know that we could produce this quality of rice. I started the rice business in 2016. I had just come back from Abuja where I was consulting for 2 projects. And while I was in Abuja, I used to eat local rice, Nigerian rice. At that time, if you go to Wuse Market, you will see all types. So when I got to Lagos, I was just asking people in my NDC. NDC is my Neighborhood Discipleship Center of my church, the Agape Community Baptist Church. So I asked them where I could get local rice because I had been out of Lagos for like 5-6 years. So they said they don't know anything about local rice. I said, okay, if I bring it, will you eat it? And they said yes. So I bought 2 bags. I got from Abuja, and I used them like for research. So they ate it, and I said, so if I bring it, will you be dying? They said yes. So I bought 10 bags, and that was how I sold. A friend of mine was into Abakaliki rice. I saw it on the social media. I got Abakaliki rice from him. I was just getting different types of local rice. So that is how I got selling rice. I was very clear about my product. I was never going to sell foreign rice. So I use basically the social media. Okay, I'm a journalist, so I'm very active in Facebook, fairly active on Instagram and Twitter. So I was just writing my experience, okay, this is a plate of Abakaliki rice. It's very delicious. It doesn't have stone. Things like that. I was just writing. It was just fun for me, really. I never knew I would do rice at this magnitude. There are many types, but for me now, as at today, because I get rice from Firo. This is from Kano. This is it. What I sell is called Faro 44. That's the brand that Dr. Akinkugbe, when he was Minister for Agri, brought the savings to Nigeria. Some of these are small. You can see they're quite small. The grains are small. So that is the one I got from Kano. This is the long grain I have from Bauchi. Bauchi has small grains too. Now there are different species of rice. The grains are just how big or small is. This is Abuja rice. You can see these ones are fatter. These grains are fat. So then this is from Katsina. There are many mills in the north especially. So this is another type. You can see this one is even smaller than the Katsina. So that is how it is. So there are different types of rice. There is Faro 52, there is Faro 54, and then the grains are different. I understand that you can actually plant you can plant Faro 44 in a soil, and the yields on the right side of the land may be different from the right, from the left, and sometimes the color is even different. So we have different types, but these are locally produced rice. Did he close border? He didn't close the border because of rice. The policy was that if you're importing rice, you bring it through the ports. But the land one was so that the country could benefit from the taxes. So what happened was a lot of people now had to eat local rice because that was what was available. And it was a good thing because many people did not know that we could produce this quality of rice. And the sales was very high throughout the year. Usually in Nigeria, the sales vary. It is festive period that the sales normally go up. But at that time, everybody was eating Nigerian produced rice. The challenges are enormous. The first thing was supplies. Many of the meals are not big meals. The big meals in Nigeria will ask you to bring like 50 million. And how many people can afford that? I mean, so even if I could afford it when I started, I wasn't sure if it was going to sell. So I was dealing with smaller meals. And with smaller meals, you could give them money. You may not get your rice for like 6 months. And you can buy rice from a mill today and it doesn't have stone, doesn't have sand. The next order may be full of stones and sand. That was one. So the quality of what was coming from the mills was one. 2, transportation. All this rice here, I've never met the owners of the mills. So the trade is based on trust because, I can't be going to Kano to go and buy it. So, but some of them we met on social media, some by reference. So you give your money to them and it is when they deliver the rice that you get it. The transportation part of it is that most of the people who bring the rice, that is the transporters, they are northerners. We have language problem. I can't speak Hausa. The man cannot speak English. So when they take off from the mills, I had to depend on my security men who are Hausa, so they will be the ones relating to them. And they may take 4 days, they may take 5 days. They may tell you that the car had an accident, so that was one. So we had to start doing insurance, goods in transit insurance. We had to start doing goods in transit insurance. Also, we have environmental challenge. This office, we have to fumigate once in 2 months because of insects, because of rats. So it's a challenge. Also, another challenge is that many people, once there is foreign rice, they will not pick Nigerian rice because of the perception that Nigerian rice has a lot of stones and sand. So I interned with the Baba in Ido Market. The Baba has been my customer for years. I used to buy rice from him. I used to buy rice from the Baba. And when I bought 70 bags of rice that had stones, so I took the rice to him. He told me the process to go through, to eliminate the stone and all that. So I told him, I said, Baba, this rice, it looks as if I'll be selling it to. Can you teach me? He said, okay, just be coming. So I will go there. Very basic things. He told me how to eliminate insects. That this one that is stone that you bought, that rice that has stone, you can buy rice and it has insects. So he told me how to eliminate insects. He told me the major thing that I learned from the Baba is that I must take responsibility for the product that comes from from me. That there is no excuse at all. I found it difficult. There was a time I put it in social media that a mill was looking for 100 distributors if they were going to buy, and I offered that I will mentor them, so that they will not go through my own experience. I didn't see anybody. I already have modules that I developed that, okay, if I want to mentor people, what do? I already have people who are specialists. So for instance, the question you asked me about grains, I was just able to talk generally as a trader. There are people who understand rice as in the grains. You understand? I just have that knowledge for selling. So I have people that I can invite to come and teach them, to talk to them. But I've not been able to get 20 people. I'm looking for 20 people. If I get 20 people, I'll do it for them. But I've not been able to. Well, maybe, I don't know. Because I don't go there. I just deal with the mill. So it's the mills that gets the drivers. The only thing is that the prices have increased over time. This last batch that I got, we used to pay maybe like 250,000 for a truck. We had to pay 550, and the excuse was that they were bringing cows, so they were more interested in driving cows down than in rice.